Hey, everybody, this is Dara Connolly, your fearless confidence coach who helps you speak up to be heard, kick fear to the curb, and be TEDx confident. In this tip, I want to teach you how you can stop over apologizing. Do you say sorry too much? I'm going to give you tools on how to stop saying sorry. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube and hit the bell so you can be notified when I publish new content. And then head on over to Instagram and be sure to follow me there because I post different videos and tips that cannot be found here. And if you have not yet grabbed my free confidence tips that are on my website, you can go ahead and do so by clicking the link below. Okay, let's get started. So, sorry is one of these words that we say too often. I know many women that we get caught up in the sorry over apologizing trap. Uh, let's give you an example and let's see how you would handle this. Let's say you have an office colleague who makes a sexist joke in your presence. What do? Do you apologize for them? I'm sorry, but that joke makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to step on any toes here. Do you think you cannot say that? Would that be okay? Can you stop? You notice the language I'm using? That would be very passive language. When we ask someone to, do you think you can stop by saying it that way? Or is that okay? Phrasing in a question is more passive. Even saying sorry as if you did something wrong. We don't want to say sorry if we did nothing wrong because it makes us feel like we did something wrong. So here's a more powerful way to handle that scenario. Your sexist jokes need to stop. That's it. End of discussion. I'm not apologizing for something they did that's inappropriate. We change our vocabulary, we change our words, we notice that people will treat us a little bit differently. So I want you to reserve the word sorry for when you actually feel remorse that you did something wrong, you feel bad. Save it for those moments. Otherwise, you say sorry too much, it invalidates your apology. So sorry tends to lose our meaning when we say it too much, and it weakens the way other people look at us too. It's just a bad habit. We can break those habits. And I know I'm real passionate about reminding you are perfectly perfect the way you are. You're just most likely caught in some bad habits. So over apologizing is not a way of saying something because you did something wrong. What it is actually it's not admitting regret or an expression of your regret or remorse. What it actually is a defense mechanism for keeping the peace. People pleasers tend to over apologize a lot. And if this is you, no judgment here. We're just going to learn how to break it. So here's what you can say instead of sorry, 2 words. Thank you. Most situations, you can simply say thank you. You're running late for a meeting. You come in, everybody turns to look at you. What do we say? Sorry, I'm late. How about replacing that with, thank you all for waiting. What did I miss? Just let's get right to it. Or you are getting emotional with a friend, or maybe you're in a meeting, you start to feel yourself swell up. What do we say? I'm so sorry, I'm getting emotional. I'm so sorry, I cried. I'm so sorry. No need to apologize for feelings. Feelings are valid. Thank you all for understanding. Thank you for being a supportive friend. Thank you for listening. Now, a lot of times I notice we apologize when we can simply excuse ourselves. We say a bad word, we slip up. Sorry, I cursed. Sorry for that language. How about excuse my language? You see, when we change the language, people would treat us differently. So you can actually replace often the words you're using, often those sorries with thank you, excuse me, or what's even more powerful is saying nothing at all. Be completely silent and just state the facts. So here's an example. Let me give you a real tangible. Let's say you're giving a presentation and it's maybe running a little bit long. So what do? We apologize. Time out. No need to apologize here. Instead of saying, sorry, this is a long report. I know I'm talking for a long time. How about this will take 10 minutes? Hang in there, guys. This will take 10 minutes. We're stating the facts instead of apologizing. I know all of you can do this. Especially if you start to get feelings, emotional feelings start to bubble up. We don't apologize for our feelings. Feelings are okay. So instead of apologizing, sorry, I feel overwhelmed right now. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Sorry, I'm a little frazzled right now. It's been a busy morning. I can't do this presentation. Time out. Here's what you can say. You know what I really want to say is that I have a lot going on. So thank you for being patient. Or I need to pause for a moment. No apology needed. Let's crush that sorry for when we actually need it. Save it for when you need it. I know that certain situations may trigger you to say sorry more often. You may be around some bullies or some difficult people that are a little bit more aggressive. And so in those certain environments, we get triggered and we may say it. And that's totally understandable. But again, it's a habit. So notice the habits that you're in. It's you over apologize when you feel overtired. They're doing it to avoid conflict with a particular person, or maybe at a certain person who may remind you of your pushy sister or abusive past boyfriend. Are you doing it to avoid conflict? Because if you are, then I want you to be extra careful of trying to replace sorry with thank you, excuse me, or nothing, and stating the facts. This is a really useful tool. I know women who over apologize all the time when they don't need to. So identify your triggers. Whenever we are stuck in a bad habit, it's because we're not even sure where it came from. So when you identify your triggers, it gives you a chance to reset and work on it in a different way. There's nothing wrong with you. You're perfectly perfect, but we get caught in some bad habits. So try to catch yourself the next time you say sorry and see if you can replace it with thank you, excuse me, stating the feelings, stating the facts, or omit it entirely altogether. Now for extra points, I'm going to throw in a bonus here because I know some of you have been listening to me on Clubhouse. I've said this tip before. For fun, this is a helpful thing. When you're about to say sorry, you feel yourself going down that road, say to yourself, I am sexy, just for fun. I think this will help remind you how many times you're about to say the word sorry and replace it with a positive affirmation, reminding you how exactly sexy you are, because ladies, damn it, you are. So now I want to hear from you. Please go ahead and post a comment or feel free to share this with someone who you know needs to hear this. And don't hesitate to jump on a call with me so I can help you and get you not only not saying sorry, but to set those boundaries, say no, and to speak up to be heard, kick fear to the curb. Until then, you are amazing.